Sherry looked around the room. Perhaps she could avoid meeting Carston Hewlett again and circumvent disaster. And why worry anyway? She had a concert to do, interviews to give, and contacts to make, just so that her name stayed in the forefront. And when this festival was over, she'd climb back into the bus with Charlie and her boys and ride away. Yes, she had quite enough on her agenda. No room for a temporary fling. A fling at a conference like this? That had become so commonplace, it was positively banal. And at this stage of her life, it would also be undignified. "There he is now," said Charlie, ripping into her thoughts. "Right over there, on the left, you see?" Of course she saw. How could she miss him? Tall, mighty easy on the eye, he leaned, glass in hand, against a plaster pillar, listening to the dozen people surrounding him. "Don't make plans," she warned Charlie. Yet she couldn't avoid looking in Carston's direction again. Didn't he look delicious in that brown silk shirt and elegant tweed jacket? Look how those jeans hugged his long legs. He was just the way she'd always imagined a successful playwright should be. Cool, intelligent, strong and sexy. As if aware she'd been watching him, Carston turned slightly, caught her eye. She tried forcing herself to look away, and failed. For an eternity, their gaze held over the space separating them. Then, detaching himself from the surrounding group, he headed in her direction. She commanded herself to pretend indifference, but her pulse accelerated, and her heart thumped a sensual jungle beat. Was this supposed to be pleasure? Something closer to pure panic. She swallowed, tried to summon up some zen-like calm, then realized she didn't have any available. Why come over here anyway? What would they talk about? They had nothing, absolutely nothing in common. She had to stop staring at him like this. Here he was now, tiny inches away, his jaw a hard, definite line, his body that tight, sinewy stretch she'd thought about too many times during the night. But it was the expression in his eyes, warm eyes, humorous eyes, that confirmed her instinct. The immediate, deep reaction was mutual. Try as hard as they could to avoid it, something would happen. It was inevitable. A Swan's Sweet Song by J.Arlene Culiner, published by the Wild Rose Press.